What's the word? What's going on, people? What's going on? What up, though? What's good, NM? What's good? What everybody on today, man? What everybody on today? What everybody on today, man? Give people a little bit of time, just to fill in. It's Saturday noon. Probably not gonna be a big audience today, but we just chilling. Feel like hopping on. Said you got the gym. What's popping? Man, they just closed. They just closed the gym in my on my campus. They just closed the gyms on my campus for 2 weeks. Only for undergrads, though. Only for undergrads. So I'm not going to the gym, next week. They had them closed this past week. They got them closing next week. They're supposed to, well, I guess they're going to open, after next week. But that's what I'm hoping on November 3rd. You said you need a push and pull superset. So basically full body is what I'm hearing. Full body superset. And I am going to open up the StreamYard today just because we cooling. You know what I'm saying? We ain't doing nothing but chilling today, bro. But I just want to talk about patience, man. Really having patience in the gym. I think that patience is not something that people value enough when they go to the gym. You feel me? Hold on. I want to put a hat on. But yeah, bro, patience. Patience. Because of marketing, because of, making money, you know what I'm saying? The market for the gym, right? A lot of people try to pretend that, results can just come overnight. Results can just come hella fast. You only got to do a few things. You only got to do this amount of stuff. And then, 1 month, you could just jump to a whole different body type. You know what I'm saying? A whole different transition. You feel me? You said, what's my skin routine? I wash my face with a cleanser every morning, every night. I exfoliate, once to 3 times a week, depending on how the week been. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Most of my clear skin comes from the way I eat and, staying hydrated. I stay drinking water. I eat clean for the most part, on the weekend, I loosen up. Like last night I went out with my mans. I had a burger and fries, you know what I'm saying? But most of the clear skin come from just washing your face regularly, every day, every night. And if you come back and forth from the gym, washing your face from the gym. So I'm cleaning my face anywhere from 2 to 3 times a day. And I'm exfoliating 1 to 3 times a week. And, just having a good diet, you know what I'm saying? Good eating habits. But I don't do nothing crazy. But patience in the gym, bro. You gotta have patience, man. You gotta have patience. This past week on Monday, I was in the gym and I got my first lifting injury ever. You know what I'm saying? First time I ever injured myself in the gym. First time I ever injured myself from actually lifting, powerlifting. I was doing deadlifts. I was doing heavy sets of 2. Heavy sets of 2 at like 90% of my 1 rep max. I was on the second set, second rep. I pulled up and I strained my lower back. You know what I'm saying? Strained my lower back. And Let me tell you something, bro. A strained lower back is probably the worst pain I've ever had in my entire life. And I could say that with full confidence. You feel me? A strained lower back is the worst pain I've ever felt in my whole life. You feel me? I've never had worse pain than when I strained my lower back, bro. I thought I was gonna have to go to the hospital. I thought I was about to be paralyzed. I thought I broke my spine. It was messed up, bro. But when I hurt my back, when I got that injury, and I've had all kind of injuries. I've had broken leg, snapped ankles, uh, uh, torn hamstring, broken fingers, dislocated shoulders, dislocated ankles. I have arthritis in my knees. I got patellar tracking in my left knee, but spraining my lower back was the worst pain I've ever felt in my life, bro. I thought I was gonna have to go to the hospital. I couldn't unload my plates. I had to have somebody else unload the plates for me. Um, I couldn't bend over and take my shoes off or put my shoes on. You know what I'm saying? It took me like an hour and a half to walk home because my back was hurting so bad. You know what I'm saying? You said light weights are dangerous. No, they're not, bro. Um, some mild form of body dysmorphia is common when lifting. Yeah, that's true. That's very true. Hold on real quick. All right, we back. I had to take that trash out. That trash was irritating me in that corner. But yeah, I mean, mild body dysmorphia. If anybody doesn't know what body dysmorphia is, it's basically when you have a very warped perception of the way you look because you start lifting, you start getting bigger, you start getting stronger, and you start thinking that you're not big enough, you're not strong enough, you don't look good enough. Yeah, that's a common thing when you start lifting, but over time, it'll go away. You said light weights are dangerous. Light weights are not dangerous at all. Nothing is dangerous in the gym unless you make it dangerous. You know what I'm saying? Light weights can be dangerous. Heavy weights can be dangerous. Doing 1 rep maxes can be dangerous. You know what I'm saying? Machines can be dangerous. Dumbbells can be dangerous. Barbells can be dangerous. Nothing is dangerous unless you make it dangerous, though. You understand what I'm saying? If you're doing stuff with bad form, which is where I slipped up on Monday when I injured my back. I wasn't focused enough and my form slipped up a little bit. So that's why I ended up hurting my lower back. You know what I'm saying? You said, how do you train small calves? I don't really know because I was born with big calves. Like that's just my genetics. I got big ass calves. But I know with calves, calves are one of those real stubborn muscles, kind of like delts. You know what I'm saying? With calves, you really just got to train them every day because calves are a small muscle group. And so they'll heal much faster than, say chest or back. You know what I'm saying? So your calves are so small, such a small muscle group. You could train your calves every day. You know what I'm saying? You could train your calves 5 times a week. You could train your calves every time you go in the gym. Really give them heavy volume. Not heavy volume, but a lot of volume. I mean, give your calves hella volume. Really blast them calf raises. Really blast them standing calf raises, seated calf raises. If you go to a gym with the machine where you can load the plates up on the calf raises, seated calf raises, bang them out 5 sets of 20, 4 sets of 25. Make sure you increasing the weight every time. You know what I'm saying? Calves can be very stubborn if you got small calves. But back to talking about patience. When I hurt my lower back, it was scary at first. You know what I'm saying? Because it hurt so bad. Like I said, I done had many injuries, worse injuries, but none of them hurt as bad as, spraining my lower back. And it was scary at first because I was like, bro, I'm about to be out for a long time. I don't know when this is going to heal. I don't know what's happening. I think I broke my spine, but, it settled in that, patience is just a part of the game, bro. Patience is a part of the game. So whether it's an injury, whether you trying to build a muscle group, whether you trying to gain strength, you got to have patience, bro. Like that's the thing I see too much is too many dudes try to force results. You know what I'm saying? They try to force results. They don't think about the patience. They don't think about the time that it's going to take. You know, when it comes to gaining strength, I think you gain muscle way quicker than you can gain strength. That's what I believe for the general population. That's what I believe. That's what I think. I could be wrong, but I think you can gain muscle faster than you gain strength. And y'all know I focus on strength. I'm not big on building muscle right now. I'm already big as hell. I look good. I don't really care about building muscle too much unless it's gonna benefit my numbers, you know, in the gym. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Alvaro. I broke my spine 5 times. Spinal. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you gotta be able to roll with the punches. You gotta be able to roll with the fact that 9 times out of 10 to get the goal you want, it's going to take 6 months. It's going to take a year. It might take 2 years. You know, when I did that community tab post, like, I don't know, 3 weeks ago or a month ago, when I asked y'all, what were y'all fitness goals? A lot of guys were saying, you know, I want to build 15 pounds of muscle by Christmas. Or I want to build 15 pounds of muscle by Thanksgiving. Or I want to build 30 pounds of muscle in 6 months. Like, it's good that you have goals, but that's physiologically impossible. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to gain 30 pounds of muscle in 6 months. 30 pounds of muscle is muscle that you gain over the course of years. You know, it's going to take you a year of optimal training, optimal eating, optimal sleeping to gain 15 pounds of muscle in a year. You're not gaining 15 pounds of muscle in 3 months or 2 months. You can gain 15 pounds. That's for sure. You can gain 15 pounds, but it's not going to be 15 pounds of lean muscle. You know, you can gain some muscle and, you know, you'll gain some water weight. You'll gain a little bit of fat. But if you skinny, I mean, you still going to look better gaining 15 pounds overall, as long as it's not all fat, you know, than not gaining that 15. But, you know, gaining 15 pounds of lean muscle, that's going to take you a good year as a beginner. Like if you've never trained in your life and all of a sudden, you know, you got optimal training, optimal sleeping, optimal eating. You got everything lined up perfectly. Yeah, you could gain 15 pounds of muscle in a year if you a beginner. But like for me, I've been training my whole life. You know, I've always been an athlete. I just really started getting into lifting maybe 2 years ago. I'm not gaining 15 pounds of muscle in a year. Them days is gone. You know what I'm saying? If I'm lucky, I might throw on, you know, 2 to 3, 4, maybe. I'm not even gaining 5 pounds of muscle in a year. Actually, I'm tripping. I might throw on 2 to 4 pounds of muscle in a year, absolute max. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm in my second year of really training hard. You know what I'm saying? It's over time. The thing with lifting, bodybuilding, it don't matter what it is, it's diminishing returns. You know what I'm saying? That's why you really just gotta love what you're doing. It's diminishing returns. That first year you start lifting, you're gonna see a lot of strength gains, a lot of muscle gains. That second year, you'll see some good strength gains, still some good muscle gains. That third year roll around, okay, your muscle gains is really gonna start slowing down. You'll still see some decent strength gains. Once that fourth, fifth year hit, you know, you might be gaining 10 pounds on your bench press max. You might only be gaining 20 pounds on your squat max in a year, 20 pounds on your deadlift max in a year. You might be gaining 1 pound of muscle in a year, if that. You know what I'm saying? It's diminishing returns. That's why you have to enjoy the process. You understand what I'm saying? You said if you skinny, eat hamburgers, pasta, steak, chicken breast, fries, pasta. I mean, that could work. You know, it's not necessary to eat unhealthy. That's not necessary at all. Only thing that was really unhealthy in there was the fries. You know, but I would encourage, if you skinny, you a hard gainer, you really gotta force your calories down. Hamburgers, pasta, steak. I would say that would work. You know, meat and starch, steak and potatoes. Like if you a hard gainer, meat and starches is what's going to mostly, you know, really help you grow. steak and potatoes, chicken and potatoes, or chicken and pasta. You know what I'm saying? And you just really got to train hard. You know what I'm saying? Train hard. You said you water fasting. I like water fasting. I haven't water fasted in a while, but I do enjoy water fasting. I probably should next week since my gyms are closed again. My gyms are closed next week. They're gonna open up the following week. Um, I should water fast next week. A quick little 24-hour or maybe a 48-hour. Might even do a 72. I don't know. Depending on how I feel, but I might throw a fast in there next week. You understand me? Speaking of water. You said your protein macros are key in muscle building. Yeah. Really really your protein and your carbs. I know protein is a big thing, but really protein and carbs are the most important. And a lot of guys overestimate the amount of protein they need to build muscle. And they underestimate the amount of carbs they should be eating to fuel their workouts and to refuel the muscle. You understand? When you, hey, that's the homie. Paul's 2 cents. Shout out Paul, bro. He said he doing a self-cut while listening to the live. Yeah. Hey, everybody go check out my homie channel, dog. Paul's 2 cents. But yeah, your macros, because you got to think about it like this. You don't need as much protein to build muscle as you think you do. A lot of guys think they need 1 gram per pound of body weight to build muscle, or they need 1.2 grams of protein per body weight to build muscle, when that's really not necessary. The only time you really, I won't say need, because it's a lot of research that go back and forth, but in my experience and from what I know from other guys, what I've done on myself, the only time you really should be getting in, at least 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight is when you're trying to cut down and maintain as much muscle as possible. When you build in muscle, you really only need, 1 gram per body weight max is what I would say. But building muscle, you would be good with 0.6 grams to 0.8 grams of protein per pound of body weight. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, I've been maintaining. I just been focused on building strength. So the fact that I'm building strength, I'm eating a lot more carbs, but a lot of guys don't acknowledge the importance of carbs. A lot of guys only talk about protein, which is important. Don't get me wrong, but carbs are very important as well, because your carbs is what's going to fuel your workouts. Your carbs are what's going to refuel your muscle. Your protein is what builds the muscle, rebuilds the muscle after you tear it down. But your carbs is what will refuel the muscle. Your carbs is what's going to fuel your workouts. That's why I eat a whole lot of carbs. You know what I'm saying? I eat about, when I'm training, when I'm powerlifting, I eat between 35 and 3,800 calories a day. And I'm eating like 500 grams of carbs. Because I'm powerlifting, I sweat a lot. And them carbs keep me energized. You know what I'm saying? I need a lot of carbs to fuel my workouts. And I may be getting in, I'm getting in between 170 to 180 grams of protein a day. And I'm 205 pounds. You know what I'm saying? Now, when I'm cutting, then that's when I'm getting 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. You understand? You said salmon got good protein. Yeah, I love salmon. Salmon is one of my favorite dishes. 2 days a week, I shop at the farmer's market. So 2 days a week, I do salmon. I give me a pound of salmon and I split it in half. I eat that for 2 days. Then for another 2 days, I eat some form of steak. I know a lot of people got a lot to say about red meat, but my body responds well to red meat. So 2 days a week, I'm doing salmon. 2 days a week, I'll do some variation of steak, a New York sirloin, a flat cut, a top sirloin. If I'm feeling cheap, a bottom sirloin, You know, a New York cut, whatever kind of steak I'm trying to eat that week. But yeah, your protein is very important. You know, don't get me wrong, but don't neglect your carbs, your carbohydrates, your fruits. You know what I'm saying? Your starches, your grains. Well, starches and grains pretty similar. I mean, that's really where I get all my carbs from is grains and fruit. You know what I'm saying? I eat a lot of oats. I eat a banana, apple, orange, berries, pineapple. I drink 100% orange juice. I take in a lot of fruit. You know what I'm saying? Kiwis. And I eat bread. I eat Ezekiel bread, which is sprouted bread with flaxseed in it. You understand? Just had a steak omelet. Hell yeah. It ain't nothing like steak and eggs, bro. I'm not even like a steak guy. Like I'm not even hella big on meat. Pause. Like, I mess with, beef and steak. I like it, but it ain't nothing crazy. But steak and eggs, bro, like steak and eggs is crazy. Love me some steak and eggs. I love eggs, bro, just in general. Like, I'm one of them people who my body fuels the best on eggs and salmon, bro. Eggs and salmon. I eat 5 eggs a day. 5 eggs a day. At one point, it was 6. I cut it down to 5 just so I could bring some other variations of protein in. But I'm eating 5, 6 eggs a day because my body performs very well on eggs. What up, Michael Max? What up, Mr. Beefy? Mr. Beefy, pause. But yeah, man, patience, man. You gotta have patience. You cannot rush this gym process. And like I said, let me throw. If anybody want to join the stream, you can if you want to. No pressure. Who be saying that? Pressure. If y'all want to join the live, you can. You said, how much do I weigh? I haven't weighed myself in about 2 weeks, but anywhere between 200 and 205 pounds. Anywhere between 200 and 205 pounds. Probably closer to 200 now because, like I said, I sprained my lower back real bad on Monday. So I haven't been lifting this week. So I've been eating a lot less. I just been stretching every day, walking every day. So I'm probably closer to that 200 range right now. You know what I'm saying? And let's talk about training routines. When it comes to patience, training routines, a lot of guys, for me, bro, I do full body every day, right? That's how I've been training for about a year now. Full body, whether I'm training 3 days a week, 4 days a week, 5 days a week, I'm doing full body every day. I'm in the gym, right? And a lot of guys ask me like, why don't you do a chest day and a back day and a leg day, and a arms day, a shoulder and arms day? It's because the origins of those, what you would call bro splits, like having a chest day, a bis and tris day, a shoulder day, a back day, a leg day, that came from guys who were, not Olympic, but training for the Olympia. We talking about stage bodybuilders who were doing a lot of steroids, a lot of growth hormones, taking a lot of insulin, things like that. That's where those kind of splits came from. When you can train one body part per week and just grow like crazy, that's where those kind of splits came from. You know what I'm saying? So really, as a natural, in my opinion, and of a lot of other established guys' opinions, now there's conflicting evidence behind this, but in my opinion, you are training far from optimal by only working a muscle group once a week. So, they say like Monday is International Chest Day, right? If you're only training your chest on Mondays, you missing out on a lot of gains. If you're only training your back once a week, you missing a lot of gains. You missing a lot of gains, especially for the back and especially for the chest and legs, like the large muscle groups. Large muscle groups You can kill those. Like back, you can kill your back because your back has so many different muscles, so many different functions. You can kill your back, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I'm not a fan of the split thing. You know, for me, if I'm gonna do a split, it would be a push pull legs, or I would do an upper lower. You know, push pull legs is even pushing it for me. I would prefer an upper lower split. You know, or a anterior posterior split. But like for me, I do full body because full body, you know, I'm not gonna get super scientific on y'all. I'm not gonna get super scientific, but you have what's called protein synthesis. You know what I'm saying? As a natural, we have a certain level of protein synthesis when it goes up and when it goes down. You know, a lot of evidence shows that doing full body 3 days a week, if you really want to gain muscle, if that's your main priority for muscle growth, a lot of research shows that full body 3 days a week, when you activate a muscle one day, take a day off, activate it the next day, take a day off, activate the next day with the proper sleeping habits, that could be optimal for muscle growth. You know what I'm saying? For like me, I prefer doing full body 4 days a week. You know what I'm saying? Just because that's what I prefer to do. But you want to train muscle groups more than one day a week. You understand what I'm saying? You don't do working your back one day a week is very suboptimal. It's very suboptimal. Very suboptimal. You know what I'm saying? 3 on 3 off. Yeah, 3 on 3 off could work as well. That's like a push pull legs where you do push, pull legs, take a day off, push, pull legs, take a day off. You know what I'm saying? But you know, guys ask me like, you know, why am I not gaining muscle? Why am I not getting this? Why am I not getting that? They eat enough, they sleeping right, but they only train each muscle group one time a week. You know what I'm saying? Like you can train your back. You got to think of the big muscle groups like back, legs. I would tie chest and shoulders into, I'll say that's one muscle group, even though it's not, but we just going to tie it in together, you know, chest and front delt, a little bit of side delt. Your back, your rear delts are tied in with the back. So that's part of that muscle group. You know what I'm saying? But you can kill those muscle groups because they so large. You know, for me, I'm doing every muscle group every day. I'm not doing direct, but like I said, I train for strength. So I train a little bit different. You know, I train for movements. I don't train for muscles. So like I don't have a leg day and a back day and an arm day. No, I have a squat day, a deadlift day, a bench day, an overhead press day. You know, that's how I train. I train movements, but I do make sure to hit each muscle group every day. So like on a deadlift day, I might do heavy deadlifts, a light squat variation, a medium overhead press variation, and then, you know, some accessories. So if I'm doing heavy deadlifts, that's activating a lot of my lower back, hamstrings, glutes a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Upper back, traps a little bit. If I do a light squat variation, that's activating quads. You know, if I do a front squat, I'm activating quads, I'm activating glutes, I'm activating upper back. I'm activating core throughout the whole thing as well. And say I move on from a front squat to an overhead press, I'm activating upper chest, side delt, front delt, upper back, traps, serratus, core. You give me, so I'm hitting every muscle group every day. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Wait a sec. Got a phone call. All right, my bad, fellas. Had an urgent message. You know what I'm saying? Urgent phone call. But let me look through this chat. You said 5-day split. Yeah, if a 5-day split work for you, bro, do that. You know what I'm saying? What's my favorite carb and fat source? So my favorite carb source is fruit by far. Well, it depends. You know, before my workouts, like my favorite carb source to eat pre-workout is fruit. You know, I eat a lot of fruit. So pineapples, kiwis, bananas, apples, oranges. Yeah, those are my favorite carb sources. After my workout, like when I come home and I'm eating dinner, post-workout meals, it's rice. It is beans. It's oats. It is stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Your rices, your beans. I don't eat pasta, but you could throw pasta in there. Whole grain bread. You know what I'm saying? Those are my favorite carb sources after a workout. Now, my favorite fat sources are by far seeds and nuts. You know, I eat a lot of seeds and nuts. So I eat Brazil nuts, sunflower seeds, chia seeds, flax seeds. I don't eat almonds, but I love almonds as a fat source. What else? Walnuts, hemp hearts. My favorite fat source is seeds. Definitely seeds. Peanut butter would count, peanuts. Avocado. Avocado is a fruit, but it's a very powerful fat source. My favorite pre-workout is I do an apple, a banana, 2 slices of Ezekiel bread with avocado, half an avocado spread on the toast. That's my pre-workout right there. Hold on, fellas. I got to look at this. Yeah. Do I drink lemon water and tea? I definitely drink tea. I love tea. Green tea in particular. I've been drinking green tea since I was very young. I drink lemon water in the summer. If I'm cutting, because in the summer when I cut, well, if I cut, I don't always cut, but when I do cut, I do 1 meal a day in the summertime. Hold on, y'all. Wait a second. All right, my bad, fellas. Some calls you just can't miss, but definitely drink tea. Green tea, I love green tea. Love green tea, but especially before I go to bed. Lemon water, yeah, I mess with lemon water when I'm cutting. You know what I'm saying? How many sets in total per muscle group? It depends on the muscle group. Like I said, I don't train muscle groups. I train movements, but when I do train muscle groups, when I do a little, I might do a bodybuilding phase for like 2 months, 3 months. When I do a hypertrophy phase, you could call it, for my muscle groups, it depends on the muscle group, right? So like for back, in a week, I like to do total weekly volume. You know what I'm saying? So I'll do my sets for the week. I'll have it written out. So for back, you know, I'm pushing anywhere from 20 to 25 sets on back per week. Same for legs. For chest, I'm pushing anywhere from 18 to 22 sets per week. You know, for bis and triceps, you know, you got to lighten it up because it's a smaller muscle group. So for biceps, triceps, delts, I'm pushing more to, you know, 12 to 15, 12 to 16 sets a week. You understand me? Am I missing a muscle group? No, that was everything. You know what I'm saying? It depends on the muscle group. Certain muscle groups you can kill much more than other muscle groups. Do you know how to gain quickness and gain speed and quickness back after recovering from an injury? So after injury, I know a lot about injuries. After injuries, you got to think the speed and quickness didn't go away. It just, you in an atrophied state. You know what I'm saying? You in an atrophied state. You haven't used your speed. You haven't used your quickness a lot since that injury. So the muscle memory, the fibers, none of that went away. You know, the neurological connection to your muscle fibers, none of that went away. It's just atrophied. So to gain the speed and quickness back, you just have to work on speed drills, quickness drills. So how did I gain speed back after I broke my leg or tore my hamstring or dislocated my ankle? You know what I'm saying? I did a lot of 40s. I did a lot of 100-meter sprints, 40-meter sprints. I mean, not meters. A lot of 100-yard sprints, a lot of 40-yard dash sprints, 20-yard dash sprints, even 10-yard dash sprints. You know, speed off explosiveness. So, you know, do a burpee and then straight off the floor, burst into a sprint, 100-meter sprints. You understand what I'm saying? Just working on speed drills, quickness drills. You know, I just hopped straight back doing cone drills. You understand what I'm saying? You just got to do quickness drills, speed drills to get it back because it'll come back. It just take time. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, green tea with ginger and honey is definitely good. I love honey, bro. I be drinking honey to the head, low key, pause. Skincare routine, just like I always say, bro, my skincare routine, all I do is wash my face with a cleanser twice a day or 3 times, depending on if I train that day or not. And I exfoliate 1 to 3 times a week. And I drink water and I eat clean. That's how you get clear skin. For me, that's how I get clear skin. Everybody's skin is different. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's skin is different. I heard overhead press is a game changer. Anyone? Oh, yeah. Overhead press is definitely a game changer. You know, for me, I know I'm into powerlifting, but personally, when it comes to, you know, if you're not trying to compete, if you're not trying to be a professional power lifter or nothing like that, overhead press is so much better than bench press. Bench press is so overrated, bro. And the only reason bench press became more valuable than overhead press over time was because back in the 60s, the 50s and 60s and 70s, the United States became garbage at Olympic weightlifting. You know, in Olympic weightlifting, you got your snatches, cleans, and jerks. In Olympic weightlifting, you have a lot of overhead pressing, a lot of overhead movements. As the US became trash at Olympic lifting for a while, you know, this is 50s, 60s, 70s. What became in the light was bodybuilding. What came in the light was more bodybuilding. So a lot of guys started bench pressing more to build the chest. A lot of guys started prioritizing bench press over overhead press. You understand me? So that's why now in America, the bench press is so important. But really, if you want to change your physique, if you want a big physique game changer, overhead press. Now, I do encourage bench press. I like the bench press. Definitely do the bench press. But overhead press will do a lot more for your physique than the bench press will. Because with a bench press, the muscles that you know, your main mover of the bench press is your pecs. You know what I'm saying? Your pecs. You have a little bit of upper pec, lower pec, and then you have a little bit of front delt. You know what I'm saying? And depending on your size, like for me, I have to work my upper back just a little bit and my lats just to keep my shoulder blades pinned together. But with your bench press, it's only the chest and the front delt. You know what I'm saying? With your overhead press, you got upper pec, you got front delt, you got side delt, you got upper back, you got traps, you got your serratus anterior, which is like the shark tooth muscles on the sides of your core, and you got the rectus abdominis, the front of your core. And because your overhead press, when it comes to physique, when it comes to your appearance, your look, your shoulders are a bit more important than your chest, just a bit, you know what I'm saying? Because your shoulders will help widen you out. And the cut from the shoulder into, the bicep and the triceps, that cut right there, that look real good. Now, your chest is important now because true size, in my opinion, the true showing of size of being brolic is your width from the side. So from the back of your back to the front of your chest, that's real size. You know what I'm saying? But overhead press is definitely, I would say, it's my favorite lift. It's bench press or overhead press, but overhead press is definitely one or two. I'm striving for that 225 overhead press. Now I'm at a 185 max right now. So over the course of the next year or so, I'm gonna get that 225 overhead press. And overhead press is much harder than bench press. You know what I'm saying? I could bench 315, but I can't overhead press 225. Your average dude who go to the gym could probably bench press 185, but he could probably only overhead press 95 pounds. You understand what I'm saying? So you get a lot more out of less weight with the overhead press, which is good just for fatigue purposes and muscle breakdown purposes. And it's good for your glenohumeral joint, your shoulder joints. It's good for mobility. It's good to have healthy, strong shoulders and connection. I'm gonna chill right there. I'm not gonna get into my anatomy bag. You know what I'm saying? What's my source of protein? So a lot of eggs. I eat five eggs a day. Depending on the day, if it's a training day, I'll have salmon or I'll have steak. I do protein shakes. I do a protein shake with about anywhere from 35 to 40 grams of protein. I do a scoop and a half. You know what I'm saying? Scoop and a half of protein in my protein shakes. Peanut butter, oats, Ezekiel bread, cottage cheese or Greek yogurt. You know what I'm saying? Really good protein sources. A lot of my favorite carb sources are good protein sources as well. So like rice, beans, like I said, the Ezekiel bread. Let me think. Oats is a good protein source. Chia seeds is a decent protein source as well. Yeah, man. Tuna is a great protein source if you can eat fish. 1 can of tuna is like 90 calories with 20 grams of protein. You know what I'm saying? Like something crazy like that. Shrimp is a good protein source. You get 20 grams of protein in 1 serving of shrimp. You know what I'm saying? Do I know C Boogie? Hell yeah, I know C Boogie. Not in real life, but over YouTube, that's the big bro. C Boogie is the big bro. You feel me? What do I think of vegan diet? For some people it work, for some people it don't. My mama, she did veganism for like 2 years and she liked it, but she switched to vegetarian just because she started training a lot harder. And with veganism, her appetite is small. So it was hard for her to get the proper amount of nutrients when she's training. But, my mom liked veganism. My dad goes off and on with veganism. He messed with it. I don't like veganism. For me, veganism does not work. You know what I'm saying? And I know a lot of our people, especially Black people, they live and die on vegan. Eggs are the devil, meat is the devil. Like, but for me personally, my body, everybody's body is different. Biovariability is a beautiful thing. The way your DNA can determine what foods work best with your body. So for some people, being a vegan is the best they'll ever feel in their life. For me, veganism, I don't like it. I don't like it because for me to get 3,500 calories on vegan diet, I have to eat too much goddamn food. I don't feel good because it's so much fiber, so I feel bloated all the time. Um, my focus is not there. Like my cognitive ability is not at its peak when I've done veganism. But that's just for me. Like in general, I don't have nothing against the vegan diet. I think if it works for a person, they should do that. It's just for me personally, it don't work. It don't work at all. You know what I'm saying? Vegetarian, I could do vegetarian because vegetarian, I could still eat eggs. You know what I'm saying? I could still eat eggs on vegetarian diet. But with vegan diet, it's no eggs, it's no cheese, it's no dairy, it's no nothing. So the vegan don't work for me. Said you in high school and every Friday for some reason I relapse on no fat. What is the best thing I could do to prevent relapsing? Have something to do on Friday. 9 times out of 10, you relapsing doing the same thing. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what you're doing. You might be laying in the bed, sitting up playing video games all night, but on Friday, just find something to do. Find something to occupy your time so you don't even think about relapse. You understand? What movements would you recommend for a lagging chest? So my favorite chest movements for hypertrophy and strength are weighted dips. Well, dips in general, but I love weighted dips. Bench press, incline bench press, definitely incline bench press. Neutral grip dumbbell press. So you got your pronated grip where you go like this. Neutral grip is very good as well. It's a little healthier on the shoulders, and it's good for triceps as well. Neutral grip dumbbell press. Hindu push-ups. Google those. What's another one of my favorite chest movements? I think that's it. I think that's it. So bench press, incline bench, incline dumbbell bench, neutral grip, flat bench with dumbbells, weighted dips, regular dips, push-ups. You know what I'm saying? Nothing crazy. I stick to basics. Old Travis Scott fan. That's funny. Back in the day when he was like first coming out, like back when he was like Quintana in Days Before Rodeo, back like 2013, 24, I was a huge Travis Scott fan. I did not like Rodeo, still don't like Rodeo. Birds in the Trap Sing McKnight is my favorite Travis Scott album. Birds in the Trap Sing McKnight. To me, that's the 10 out of 10 album. To me. Astro World was decent. Astro World was decent, but a lot of his newer songs don't hit like that for real to me anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think we getting another Antidote. We not getting another 90210. We not getting another Birds in the Trap. We not getting another Goosebumps. He done turned super hella corporate. So like his last song he dropped with what was it called? With MIA and was that Future? I don't even remember, but that song was terrible, bro. To me, the last single he dropped, that was straight garbage, in my opinion. But I used to love Travis Scott, bro. Cottage cheese is definitely a banger. Do I think almond milk is better than cow milk? No, I don't, but a lot of people do. So, try it for yourself. I know there's a thing that, we shouldn't be drinking cow milk, which makes sense. You know what I'm saying? But okay, people get hella bent over cow milk, but they still eat ice cream. They still eat pizza. They still eat other bullshit ass foods that are horrible for your body. The same person that oppress you about drinking cow milk, eating hamburgers every day, they still eating Wendy's every day. They still waiting in line 3 hours for Chick-fil-A. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, I think do whatever works best for you. I know a lot of people who don't function well when they drink cow milk. I don't drink a lot of cow milk just because I like the way lactose-free milk tastes better. Well, lactose-free milk is still cow milk, but it's no lactose in it. But like I love the way soy milk tastes. I love the way lactose-free milk tastes. But I don't think it's better than dairy milk. That's just me. That's just what I think. You know what I'm saying? Especially when it comes to performance. I don't think almond milk don't touch cow milk when it comes to performance. Like for an athlete, cow milk is a great source of animal protein, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? And almond milk don't have no calories in it. Like I can't, even if I wanted to drink almond milk, I couldn't afford it because it's not enough calories. In one glass of dairy milk or in a glass of lactate or in a glass of lactate, it's 150 calories. A glass of almond milk is, 20, 30 calories. That's too much calories I'm giving up for one glass of milk. You know what I'm saying? Do I like 6'9"? I don't know. Prison style push-ups. Yeah, push-ups definitely bang. When bulking, do I still do cardio at some point in the week? Yes. It's even more important to do cardio when you bulking. A lot of people don't talk about this, but when you are bulking, when you are gaining weight, when you are gaining mass, it's even more important to do cardio because you're gaining weight. You understand what I'm saying? You're adding mass to your body. So your body needs to adjust itself to performing cardiovascular activities with this new acquired weight on your body. You know what I'm saying? You need to do you need to do cardio year round. If you just for fit sake, you said just for fit sake, you need to do cardio year round. I don't care if you cutting, bulking, maintaining, always do cardio. Just for fit sake, because being fit, being cardiovascular, being fit cardiovascular wise, having a healthy heart, being able to perform cardiovascular exercises, not only is it just good to be fit, but it also helps with building muscle. Because when you have a stronger, better performing, more efficient heart, and you can pump blood more efficiently through the body, that helps with muscle recovery. You know what I'm saying? So I know for a fact that when I've gone through my bouts of doing no cardio, I heal. It takes me much longer to recover than when I am doing cardio. So when I'm powerlifting 3 days a week, if I'm doing Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I'm doing cardio on Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. And I heal just like that. I heal very fast. Cardio is very important for recovery purposes, for being fit, just being healthy. You need to do cardio. There's a lie. The lie is that cardio destroys your gains. Cardio only destroys your gains if you don't eat enough. So if you're not compensating for that extra cardio and calories, that's when it might destroy gains, quote unquote. But as long as you make sure you compensate your calories from the cardio, you will recover better, you will perform better, you will feel better. When you do cardio, your lifts are much better because you can push out more volume in the gym. For me, I power lift. So because I'm fit, right, I could do a heavy set of squats. I could do a heavy set of 3 at 85% of my run rep max, right? Heavy set of 3 because I'm fit. I only need 1 minute to rest and then I'm back on the bar. Whereas another guy, he might need 2 minutes or 3 minutes of rest because he's not cardiovascularly in shape. You understand me? Being in shape, yeah, I'm a chill, but do cardio, bro. Do cardio. You need to do cardio. Do I watch MMA or boxing? Not a lot. Sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Like if it's a big fight or, somebody invite me, to watch the fight, whoever, I slide and watch, but I watch a lot of older boxing, your Mike Tyson's, your Muhammad Ali's, your George Foreman's, you know what I'm saying? I'm having a brain fart right now, but I watch a lot of older boxers, especially Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson is one of my favorite athletes of all time. So I watch a lot of Mike Tyson, a lot of Muhammad Ali, a lot of Roy Jones Jr. I do love Vasily Lomachenko. You know what I'm saying? He's like my new favorite boxer, also called the Matrix. You know, Lomachenko is the truth. When it comes to MMA, I don't watch it like that, for real. But it's definitely an interesting sport. I love the sport of MMA. I plan to get into Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu when I get older, for sure. Do I believe in God or Christian? I definitely believe in God. I'm not a Christian, though. I'm not a Christian, but I do believe in God. I do believe in the Bible. I believe in the Quran. You know what I'm saying? But I don't say I'm a Christian only because Christianity is a very new religion that is only popular in America because of, at least it's popular amongst Black people in America because of slavery. You know, they use Christianity as a weapon back in them days. I ain't gonna get deep into that. You know, we all probably already know. So I'm not a Christian. I don't affiliate myself with the Christian faith, but I do believe in the Bible. I do read the Bible. I do believe in God. I read the Quran as real. You know what I'm saying? So I have a connection with the Most High. I'll just say that. But I'm not a Christian. Not a Christian. What's some other stuff to talk about? I'm just cooling right now. What time is it? What's some other stuff to talk about? You know, y'all can throw y'all questions in whenever y'all want, man. While I think of something to bring up. Again, you understand? While I think of something to bring up, y'all can ask a question or whatnot. Eating habits. Let's talk about eating habits. Oh, do I watch horror movies? Yeah, I just watched Sinister last night. I really like horror movies, even though they don't scare me. They don't. I like I really like to write. Like, I really like to write stories, so I like to watch movies for the story. You know, if a movie has a really good story, I really enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? So I really love horror flicks because a lot of horror flicks have interesting stories. Like, I just watched Sinister last night. The previous weekend I watched damn, what's that movie called? I forgot what it was called, but it was a real popular movie with the daughter died and like the spirit came. It was cool. You know what I'm saying? I like horror movies. I like movies in general though. I've always been a movie junkie. CrossFit Games. I might tap into that. I've never watched the CrossFit Games like live. I've watched clips of them. I am going, my school, you know, I go to University of Michigan, so we play Wisconsin today. I might slide to somebody's crib and watch that later on today. I don't really watch college sports like that, but you know, it's the first game of the season, so you know, might slide somewhere, link up with somebody and watch us play Wisconsin. How old am I? I'm 20 years old. How do you recommend to lose belly fat, but you have small arms? Well, first thing to get to understand is that you can't spot reduce fat, right? That's like level one understanding. You can't spot reduce. So you can't just lose belly fat and lose fat nowhere else. You know, to lose belly fat, you're just gonna have to lose fat. You know, so to lose fat, you have to be in a caloric deficit. How do you know you're in a caloric deficit? You need to understand, or not understand, but you need to figure out, have a rough estimate of your total daily energy expenditure, your TDEE, total daily energy expenditure. What the fuck does that mean? Your TDEE is how many calories you burn every day, you know, while you rest. You know, so someone who works out a lot is going to burn more calories throughout the day just sitting down or laying down than a person who doesn't exercise, you know. So you go on your phone, and Google TDEE calculator, you know, punch in your height, your weight, how active you are, if at all, and it'll tell you a rough estimate of your total daily energy expenditure. Once you figure that out, you need to mark that You know what I'm saying? Mark that down and develop eating habits with a 3 to 400 calorie deficit under that number. So say your TDEE is I'm having a brain fart. See, that's what happened when, it's Saturday afternoon on YouTube Live. Figure out your maintenance calories. You could do that. You could figure out your maintenance calories as well. That actually is probably easier than doing the TDEE, because TDEE, you need more calculations, but you can figure out your maintenance calories as well. All right, we got a troll talking about how big is my meat. We gonna have to block you, sir. Kind of sus shit was that, but yeah, figure out you could also look up how to figure out your maintenance calories. It'll have a calculator for that as well. Figure out your maintenance calories. So if your maintenance calories is, let's say, 2,300, 2,300, you need to be eating, 21 or 2,000 calories a day. So you're in a 200 to 300 calorie deficit each day. And that'll add up throughout the week. Then at the end of the week, you have a certain amount of calories that you've been in a deficit as 3,500 calories in a pound. Do the math, have it planned out. I would say fix your eating habits. That's number one. Start resistance training. That's number two. You know what I'm saying? Because if you never really trained before, or you detrain, like you said, you got belly fat, but you got small arms. Fix your eating habits. Start resistance training, so you could build a little bit of muscle. Tone up under the fat while you shed some of that fat down. So when you shed the fat off, you won't just look like a twig. You know what I'm saying? You'll have a little bit of definition, a little bit of muscle on you. Who do you think is the hardest hitter in boxing? I'ma always say Mike Tyson, but that's because, that's one of my inspirations. Like, I have a Mike Tyson poster right there on my wall. So I'ma always say Mike Tyson. As of today, I would say Deontay Wilder. Until we can say Deontay Wilder. I would say Deontay Wilder is the hardest hitter today, because he one of them hitters who, he hits so hard that he's not even a good boxer in terms of fundamentals, but he just know as long as he could get a few of them haymakers in, he a dub, he could win, that's a God-given talent. That's a God-given talent to just naturally hit hard as hell. Whoa, I just had a voice crack. To naturally hit hard as hell, that's a God-given talent. So Deontay Wilder, he know as long as he get a few haymakers in, he winning. You know what I'm saying? Am I an NFL fan? I'm not, which is funny because I love football, but I'm not an NFL fan. I don't think I've ever watched a football game, like a whole football game in my life. Only sport that I watch and pay attention to is NBA basketball. I don't watch college. I don't know what just happened, but we back. Yeah, we back. So yeah, I don't watch NFL. Only sport I watch is basketball, NBA basketball. That's it for me. You know what I'm saying? You're my favorite YouTuber because you be motivating me to become better every day. You never really do push-ups overnight. Shout out on your IG highlights. Hey, shout out to you. Hey, shout out, I'm Dante. He's Dante's dusty hat. Shout out, I am Dante. I mess with Dante. Add 50 pull-ups to that now. Oh yeah. Pull-ups will get you right. I love pull-ups. Weighted pull-ups are one of my hardest. One of my favorite exercises is weighted pull-ups by far. You know what I'm saying? Vertical pull. That's the only vertical pull I really do. You know what I'm saying? Unless I'm chilling and I want to do some lat pull downs, but I love weighted pull-ups, regular pull-ups too. Thunder fan. I was a Thunder fan for a while, but that's because I'm a Westbrook fan. I always been a Westbrook fan. And before KD went to the Warriors, I was a big KD fan. So I used to love the Thunder, back in the day. Thunder still real good now, with Chris Paul, Gilgeous-Alexander. I love Steve Adams. Chris Paul might be leaving though. They said Chris Paul might be going to the Lakers. So I'll be excited to see that for sure if he go to the Lakers. He said Solange is the hardest hitter, asked Jay-Z. Hey, shout out Solange. I saw things, I imagined things. You feel me? What's something else to talk about? We on an hour and 23 minutes. Said Westbrook is your favorite player. Yeah. LeBron is my all-time favorite. But right now, I won't even say that. But Westbrook is definitely my second favorite player right now in the NBA. Always love Westbrook. What's my favorite movie? Menace to Society. Menace to Society is my favorite movie, bro. That movie is so hard to me. Hour and 23 minutes. What's some other fitness stuff to talk about? Y'all got any fitness questions? Y'all could drop them. I'm going to think of one more thing to talk about, and I'm going to dip out of here in a minute. Take me a shower. Get something to eat. You said, when am I starting the ASMR channel? I don't know. I had some ladies ask me to start an ASMR channel. I might have a Chris Fluhnoy for the ladies. It's just me talking into a mic, whispering and shit. You know what I'm saying? Favorite rapper? That's a good question. Because I love hip hop. I love music in general. And not just like love listening to music, but I love music. I was a musician back in the day. I played instruments. I love music, but I love hip hop music. My favorite rapper. I'm going to say this because there's a lot of nuances to that question. My favorite rapper in terms of rapping ability, technical rapping ability, lyricism, rhyme scheme, flow, MC. My favorite rapper is MF Doom. I would say my favorite rapper is MF Doom. You know what I'm saying? Of all time. Now, my favorite hip hop artist is Kanye West. But my favorite rapper is MF Doom. You feel me? You said, do I play the cello? Yeah, I played the cello in high school. I was cold too. One of the first things I do when I graduate and, move into my own crib. Like when I first get a house, I'm getting a cello and I'm gonna start playing the cello again. Hey, shout out Lil B. Bass guy. I love Lil B. Lil B don't get enough credit. When I was like back in like 2010, 2011, 12, when I was real young, big Lil B fan. You know what I'm saying? I used to love Lil B, still love Lil B. You know what I'm saying? Okay, you said, how do you fix a bad appetite? I have a good breakfast, but after that, I don't be feeling hungry at around 9 p.m. First thing I would say is work harder. You know what I'm saying? The big thing with a lack of appetite is you're not exerting enough energy in the gym, right? So what I would say is, number one, is to put in a little bit more work in the gym, right? That'll enhance your appetite. Secondly is just to eat more food. Your appetite isn't just gonna grow out of nowhere. Like you have to tell your body to develop an appetite. So developing appetite, you're just gonna have to eat more, progressively eat more. You know what I'm saying? Just how I have a huge appetite, right? My appetite is huge. So when I'm cutting, I have to teach my body how to lower my appetite. So that's why I do 1 meal a day when I cut, because I got to teach my body to lower the appetite. If your appetite is very small, you got to teach your body to expand it. So progressively eat more and eat more. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, put more work in the gym. That's why I encourage training for strength, especially if you're a beginner. I encourage training for strength because you want a strong foundation before you start building muscle. You know what I'm saying? And building strength burns more calories. It uses more energy. You can eat more when you work for strength, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? So fixing a bad appetite, you got to progressively eat more, train your body to develop more of an appetite, and put a little bit more work in the gym. So that remind you of Pop Smoke. Man, I've been getting that on YouTube since I started YouTube, bro. People saying I sound like Pop Smoke, I look like Pop Smoke. You know what I'm saying? Quintana Part 2, okay song. I know that's off Days Before Rodeo. Okay song, but Quintana, the first Quintana was the first song I ever heard by Travis Scott. I remember this like it was yesterday. I got a real good memory. This was 5th grade. I was over my dad's crib. It was 5 a.m. Me and my dad, we used to just sit up and watch music videos all the time, right? And so Travis Scott's Quintana video came on MTV Jams. It was like 5 a.m. And I'm like, bro, this song hard as hell. Like, who is this? It's a Travis Scott. Okay, bet. Looked up Travis Scott. I'm like, yo, this dude hard. This dude is hard. Favorite car? Another good question. I would say my favorite car right now. I would say Nissan R34. You know, souped up JDM style. You feel me? Souped up JDM style. Should I up the weight I lift in the gym? I usually go for moderate weight but strict form. Should I go higher with weight and have good form but not as strict? No. If you doing moderate weight with strict form, keep doing that. You know, set your form foundation. You know, and once you really get your form down, then you can up that weight. You know what I'm saying? Once you get the form down, then you up the weight. You know what I'm saying? But if you doing moderate weight with strict form, that's good. I encourage that. Do I like UK drill? Not really. Only UK drill artists I know for real is Skepta. You know what I'm saying? He's straight, but I don't really like it too much. It's just not my cup of tea. I think it's good though. I think it's good, but it's not, you know, my cup of tea. You feel me? What supplements do I take? I'm gonna go get them for you. So, what supplements do I take? Let's go over it. It's a long list. Now, these are only the supplements I have in my room. You know what I'm saying? So, we're going to get started. So, first, of course, just a multivitamin. Let me take this off. First, a multivitamin. You feel me? Always take your multivitamins. Just going to focus, bro. Yep. I take one a day, men's multivitamin every day. Multivitamin is just like insurance. You know, if you lacking in one area, you straight. I take vitamin D with K2. Is that gonna focus? Please focus. Come on. Come on. Yep, there you go. Damn. I take vitamin D with K2. You know what I'm saying? I take vitamin D with K2 because vitamin D is very important just for everything. And K2 helps it digest better into your bones. You know what I'm saying? So that's first thing, multivitamin, vitamin D, right? I take red ginseng. It's gonna focus. Fuck. Red, yep. I take red ginseng. I take ginseng just for overall health, well-being, cognitive ability. You know what I'm saying? Very powerful supplement, in my opinion. I take fish oil. Will it focus? Yeah, I take fish oil. I've been taking fish oil for like 10 years. Fish oil It's very good with anti-inflammatory. It's very good for your joints. So it's very good for recovery in the gym, and it's just full of your omega-3, 6s and 9s, all your essential omegas, and very good for healthy joints, lessening the inflammatory response when you work out a lot. You know what I'm saying? Um, I take a Maca Root. Been taking that for like, I don't know, a year and a half now. I like Maca Root just for, let's just say, the extra meat gains. You know what I'm saying? A little bit of extra meat gains. Pause. Super enzymes. I take super enzymes before my huge meal. I eat really big meals, right? So I eat really big meals, so they help me digest the meals and really get all the protein, carbs, and fats from the food. Because I eat so much, I take super enzymes before each meal. You know what I'm saying? Now, this is what I take at night. I take magnesium, and I also take ZMA. So ZMA is zinc, magnesium, and vitamin B6. Zinc, magnesium, and B6, they all help with sleep. They help you sleep harder. They help with recovery of the muscles. I take extra magnesium just because, actually, I don't take this for a reason. I just have this because I bought it a long time ago and it came with like hella servings. So I'm just waiting till this run out. But highly recommend ZMA. And then in my kitchen, I take L-citrulline malate. I take that before my workouts. That helps with nitric oxide production, really pushing out that lactic acid when you're working out. So that, it's just good for endurance, you know what I'm saying? Muscle endurance. I take black seed oil. I got that in my kitchen. I take turmeric with black pepper extract. That's good for the joints and inflammatory response as well, just like the fish oil. So I take a lot of supplements, and I take protein powder, put it in my shakes, you know what I'm saying? I count that as a supplement, but I take a lot of supplements, you know what I'm saying? Because when you train hard and you break your body down, it's only so much food you can eat, you know what I'm saying? So like a beginner, it would be no reason for a beginner to take all these supplements, right? But for me, I train hard, I kill myself in the gym, and I can only eat so much. So I take these supplements to, back me up. You know what I'm saying? I take these supplements to back me up. You feel me? So you lost 100 pounds in 7 months. Damn. Hey, shout out to you, bro. 100 pounds in 7 months that's beautiful, bro. That's some real man shit. Keep up the good work, bro. What made me do YouTube? So what made me do YouTube was, it's a funny story. It was actually on my Instagram, right? Follow me on Instagram. Link in the description. On my Instagram, I used to always talk on Instagram, on my Instagram stories, little tidbits. Shout out Eric Bugenhagen, little tidbits, just giving information on my Instagram. And I always talk to people in real life. You know what I'm saying? People would always come to me with questions and stuff like that. And one day, a girl who I was messing with, chick I was talking to, she told me start a YouTube. She was like, you'll be good at YouTube. You should start a YouTube channel. And I had already had it in mind. Like I was making my list of before I started YouTube officially, I had 100 topics to choose from. And I was figuring out what I really want to talk about without telling anybody that a woman I was talking to told me to make a YouTube. And I was like, damn, that's a coincidence. Like I was in the process of making a YouTube and she told me to make a YouTube because she thought I'd be good at it. So I was like, bet, like I was already going to do it. So, I'm about to hop on YouTube. And then, that was that. That was back in March, and now it's October. Boxers or briefs? Boxer briefs. Boxer briefs. What's my life purpose? I don't know exactly yet, but I know one reason I've been put on this earth is to reignite the importance of health and fitness amongst children. You know what I'm saying? The obesity rate in America continues to rise and rise and rise. And there's a reason for that. There's an agenda behind it. Goes back, over 80 years. But one thing that I'm really focused on is going back to the hoods, like where I'm from. I'm from Detroit. I want to go back to Detroit. I want to start there. I want to go to different schools. I want to tap into different hoods. I want to tap into different community centers, rec centers. I want to teach young kids the importance of being healthy and being in shape, because you got to start them when they're young. It's hard to rehab adults out of American standard diet way of living. But I want to tap in with the kids. I want to teach kids why it's important to be healthy and be fit. When I'm in Detroit, then I want to get to Chicago. I want to get to the Atlantas, the New Yorks, the Brooklyns, the Queens, and the Harlems, and I want to get to the Baltimores, the Miamis, the LAs. I want to go all around the world, reinforcing the importance of health and fitness for your well-being. That's one thing I want to do. You know what I'm saying? It's one thing I want to do. I'm very well versed. I'm a man of many talents. Favorite vegetable? I hate vegetables, but I would say my favorite vegetable is asparagus. I don't like any vegetable though. That's like the one childish thing about me. I hate vegetables. It took me a long time to get used to eating vegetables. But, I eat vegetables every day now. But I grew up, like, I used to gag when I would put a vegetable in my mouth. Pause. You know what I'm saying? But nowadays, I'm used to it now. Look into moringa powder. I'll look into it. What's my thoughts on the pandemic? We ain't gonna get into that. They probably shut my channel down. If I start talking about the pandemic, they'll shut my channel down if I say what I think. Do I eat meat? Yeah, I eat 2 days a week. For when it comes to my regular diet, 2 days a week I eat some form of steak. You know what I'm saying? That's really the only meat I eat. I consider chicken poultry. I know you can say chicken is meat, but poultry, meat, same shit pretty much. But I don't eat a lot of chicken just because I'm tired of chicken. But I eat red meat every now and then, a little bit throughout the week. I'm big on fish though. I'm more on fish, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of salmon, tunas, shrimps, and, cods. I'm more of a shrimp guy. You understand? What do I think about meditation? I think meditation is a very good practice if you know how to use it properly. Sun gazing, I don't know nothing about sun gazing. I don't know one thing about sun gazing. I know it's gazing into the sun, but I don't know what, you know. Do you think almond milk is a good source of protein? No, it's not. A serving of almond milk has like less than a gram or 1 or 2 grams of protein. Now there is almond milks where they put protein in it, like Silk. The brand Silk. The brand Silk. They have an almond and cashew milk that they put protein in. It's a chocolate flavor. Well, they got chocolate and vanilla flavor, but the chocolate flavor good as hell. It's an almond milk where they put it's almond and cashew milk. They put protein, chocolate flavoring in it, and it's like 15 grams of protein per serving. You know what I'm saying? And it's real good. 1 cup is like 150 calories. That's probably the best option I would say for if you want protein from almond milk. But plain almond milk don't have no protein in it. Plain almond milk barely has calories. That's why I don't drink almond milk. Plain almond milk has like 20 to 30 calories per glass, which is not enough for me. I can't sacrifice all that. Do I drink coffee? I go off and on when it's easily accessible. You know what I'm saying? When it's easily accessible. My apartment, in the building, they had one big giant like Starbucks coffee maker in the lobby, huge. And I used to go down there every morning, give me a glass of black coffee. You know what I'm saying? But because of the COVID and all that, they closed down the coffee maker. So I don't have a coffee machine, so I don't drink coffee. But I do like coffee, but I drink my coffee black. You know what I'm saying? When I drink coffee, I drink it black. Unless I just feel like, jazzing it up and go to Starbucks or Big B and give me something like a frappe or something. But when I drink coffee, I drink black coffee. You know what I'm saying? How often do I eat fish? 2 to 3 times a week. 2 to 3 times a week. When I go grocery shopping on Sundays, I'll get 1 pound of fish and 1 pound of steak. So I'll do the 1 pound of salmon or whatever fish I get, usually salmon. I'll do the 1 pound of fish for 2 days and then the 1 pound of steak for 2 days. And then when I go out and eat on the weekend, I might get a fish, or like last night I had a burger, you know what I'm saying? But if you don't eat fatty fish, like your salmons or whatnot, get you a fish oil. Because them omegas are very important. So if you don't eat fish, take some omegas. Unless you allergic, don't. If you allergic to fish, don't take no fish oil. But do you use water or milk when you prepare oatmeal? Only milk. That's just how I grew up. I can't stand oatmeal with water, bro. I can't stand oatmeal with water. But that's just me. That's how I was raised. I know some people that they only eat oatmeal with water. You feel me? And is cow milk a good source of protein? Like I said, it's a lot of research that says people shouldn't drink cow milk, but when it comes to performance purposes, I'm not going to talk about health purposes because it's a lot of comparative research. When it comes to performance purposes, yes, cow milk is one of the best sources of animal protein because it's a lot of vitamin D, it's a lot of vitamin B, it's a lot of potassium, protein, fats, carbs. Like milk has like damn near every vital nutrient in it. So for performance purposes, yes, cow milk is very good. Like I said, I'm not going to get into health because that could vary from person to person. Do I smoke weed or drink? Nope, I don't smoke. I don't drink. You should add more stuff to your gym highlight on Instagram. I done passed up. Shout out Special Ray. I didn't even see the super chat. That's the homie. Check out Special Ray. That's the homie. He make content. Add more to my gym highlights. I don't record a lot of stuff in the gym. That's why my highlights are not like long, because when I'm in the gym, like I be so focused. I don't be thinking to record stuff, but every now and then I might think like, I want to record this, or if I'm doing a PR, I'm like, I want to record this, see my form, whatever. But I don't record a lot of stuff in the gym. But I think about it a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Since you mentioned it. What are my sources of income? Mostly side hustles right now. You know what I'm saying? Mostly side hustles. I got Patreon. I do YouTube. I do some other stuff in my personal life that I won't get into. Nothing illegal. You know what I'm saying? Nothing illegal, but stuff that I really wouldn't just want to get on here and explain. Another voice crack, explain. But when life is open, like when life was normal, I worked a lot with kids. So I would do this program where I would go back to the city every Saturday morning, back to Detroit, and I would tutor, students from 7th grade to 12th grade, going back to like YMCA. I like to do a lot of work with kids, you know what I'm saying? I've never had like a job. Like I've never had one of those. When I tried to get them, I never got hired. Like in high school, when I first started wanting a job, because I ain't gonna get into that. But when I first applied to like Myers and Targets and Walmarts and all them kind of places, they never hired me. So from that point on, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give my money my own way, and I'm gonna do it in ways I enjoy. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna just say that for right now. How to manage finances: live below your means. Live below your means. You know what I'm saying? I spend much less money than I make. I spend much less money than I make. You understand? Like, I spend a lot of money on groceries because I eat so much. I spend anywhere from $70 to $80 on groceries every Sunday. I pay rent, utility bills, and that's, like I don't buy a lot of stuff. I go out usually on the weekends, go out to eat once or twice. Um, but I don't buy a lot of stuff. When I was younger, I used to buy a lot of clothes, a lot of shoes. Like I said, I was a sneakerhead. I was really into fashion. I don't do that stuff no more. So I don't spend a lot of money. That's the best way to manage finances. You know what I'm saying? Spend what you need to spend, and then really think about your miscellaneous spending. You know what I'm saying? Do I use Cracker Coke as pre-workout, or are you a chump and use actual pre-workout? I don't use any pre-workout. I don't use any pre-workout. If I could, I would use Coke, but that's illegal. Can't use cocaine, but I don't use any pre-workout because I'm not caffeine sensitive. Like, caffeine does nothing to my body. Like, I could drink a full glass of espresso and just go to bed. So I don't know why that is, but I'm caffeine resistant. So pre-workout serves me no purpose. And I don't really need one. You know what I'm saying? I don't need a pre-workout to go to the gym for me personally. Which one do I prefer? Milk with lactose or lactose-free milk? I only like lactose-free milk because it tastes better. Like, I'm pretty sure they add like artificial sweeteners or something in it, but lactose-free milk tastes like ice cream, bro. Like, I got whole lactate milk in my refrigerator right now. Tastes like ice cream, bro. I swear to God. So that's the only reason why I prefer lactose-free milk. It's not because I'm lactose intolerant, but it just tastes better, like, for whatever reason. What do I study at university? So I'm in a school of kinesiology. I was studying movement science at first, then I switched to applied exercise science. And it was one class that was just kicking my ass. And so now I study sport management. Don't really want to study it, but it'll be good for learning what I need to learn in order to do stuff like open my own gym, opening up my own fitness centers and running my own health and fitness oriented companies, and stuff like that. So, you know, don't like it, but it'll be very necessary to really learn the ropes of what I'm doing or of what I plan to do in the future, especially like opening up a gym and things like that, really learning the business behind it. Shout out to the super chat. You said, how do I stop attracting unattractive hoes? So I have a whole video on that with over 1,000 views. It's titled like, I only attract unattractive women or something like that. I'm gonna find it for you. Hold on, let me look. I'm gonna find the video just for you since you mentioned it. I have a video on this topic from a while ago. I made this video like 3 months ago, 4 months ago. Yeah, you see where I only attract ugly women. This is your problem. That's the video. So, damn. Hold on. Yeah. Watch that video. I go into depth about how you attract ugly women because something in you, even if you're not exteriorly ugly, something in you is ugly. You know what I'm saying? So watch that video. I did a whole in-depth video about that. So watch that video. Which state am I from? I'm from Michigan. I'm from Detroit, Michigan, west side of Detroit. I go to school in Ann Arbor. I go to the University of Michigan. Best university in the nation. Goes without saying, you know what I'm saying? How tall am I? I'm 5'11". 5'11". Shout out to my 5'11" guys who never lied about being 6 feet. You know what I'm saying? I've never told anybody I was 6 feet in my life. I'm 5'11", and I'm proud to be 5'11". You know what I'm saying? But Right now we just going crazy off the questions. We had a minute and 52. If we don't have no more if I get more questions, I'll go till 2 hours. But if I don't get no more questions, I hop off this thing in a minute. You know what I'm saying? You said you 5'8". Hey, shout out to my normal height brothers. You know what I'm saying? Most of my friends are like 5'8", 5'7". You feel me? I don't have a lot of normal height, not normal height. I don't have a lot of friends my height. Like I'm 5'11". Most of my friends are like 5'5" to 5'8", or they like 6'1" and above. I don't have no friends that's like 5'9", 5'10", 6 feet. You know what I'm saying? All my friends are either hella tall or kind of short. You know what I'm saying? You said cocaine is the best pre-workout. Hey, I believe you. Lawrence Taylor is probably my favorite linebacker of all time. If y'all know Lawrence Taylor, that man was coked out before every game. He was going crazy. He was going crazy. What up, P Breeze? What's the word, man? I'm white with black type hair. It's a recessive trait. You got it from somewhere. It's a recessive trait, bro. Yes, you need rest days. There is absolutely no reason to train every day. There's no reason to train every day. You need rest days. Now you have active rest days and you have sedentary rest days. Active rest days are when you just doing fluff work. You're doing work to just get some blood in the muscle, just a little light work, stretching, some yoga. You might get some resistance bands and do some light resistance band work, or go in the gym and do real light work with weights. You know what I'm saying? That's active recovery. Or active recovery could be say you lift weights through the week. Active recovery could be going on a jog, or, you know, playing some light basketball, or, running some light sprints, just getting the blood pumping, because getting the blood pumping to help with recovery. Then you have sedentary rest days where you just rest, you don't do nothing. You just live daily life. You need rest days because the rest days, the rest days is part of when your body recovers. Your body recovers when you sleep, and your body recovers when you're not destroying the muscle fibers. You know what I'm saying? So you want to give your body time to rebuild their muscle fibers. So yes, you need rest days. I do not encourage people when they be like, no days off. I'm like, that's stupid. That's stupid if you're trying to gain muscle or build strength. You need days off, especially if you train for strength, because when you train for strength, you are taxing your central nervous system a lot. And it's very easy to mess your body up if you're training too much. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember last year, this was last winter. Um, for some reason, bro, I don't know why, but for 6 days in a row, I went in the gym and I just was maxing out on all my lifts. Like, I don't know what got into me, but I was maxing out on deadlifts, bench press, squat, overhead press. I'm maxing out on everything and playing full court 5v5 basketball for like 3 hours after. I did that for like 6 days, and I taxed my nervous system. I got hella sick. I couldn't really, like, I was bedridden for like 2 days. I got hella sick, headaches, felt like shit because I was doing too much for no reason. Like, it wasn't in my program. I don't know what got into me, but I was just training too goddamn much. You know what I'm saying? For that little week. And I killed myself. Killed myself, bro. John Jones do coke? Yeah. John Jones definitely. Well, he got caught. That's the problem. Lawrence Taylor never got caught for doing coke. James Brown was off the coke, one of the greatest performers of all time. You said, am I single? You could say that. I don't have a girlfriend, so yeah, you could say I'm single, I guess. Um, I was doing really good exercise a few weeks back, but the last 2 weeks I've just been lazy and breaking my seam retention. Hey, bro, it's part of the game. Ups and downs. Part of the game, bro. It's never gonna be perfect all the way through. You know what I'm saying? Am I on seam retention? No. I'm not on seam retention right now. Like I don't be thinking about it like that for real. Like if I'm with a chick and it's a chick I mess with, I might bust, I might not. Like it's just I don't care that much. Cause you gotta remember seam retention. I ain't even gonna get into that. But I'm always on no fap. But seam retention, I'm not always on. Cause seam retention is when I make a conscious decision to either not have sex for a certain amount of time or not bust during sex for a certain amount of time. I'm not on that right now. Like if I feel like busting with a chick, I just do it. If I don't, I don't. Um, who are my mentors? So I don't have a lot of mentors in real life. I would consider my pops a mentor of mine. We don't even talk that much, but when we do talk, I always learn a lot from talking with my pops. Um, an indirect mentor of mine would be, I don't know. I don't have who you would call mentors. I don't have that. But like I said, my dad, I would consider my dad a mentor, but I have guys I, admire and have high respect for, like guys on YouTube, Ron Will, C Boogie, I listen to them just because they have a lot of experience that I don't have. They have a lot of wisdom that I don't have, a lot of knowledge that I don't have, and they're willing to give it up, on YouTube. And so I support them. Ron Will, C Boogie. Yeah, I don't have like mentors for real, for real. I need one or some. I need to find some, but I don't have any right now. You said your boyfriend does seem retention and you hate it. I could understand that. It makes you feel unattractive. I've heard that from some females. How did I find out about seam retention and no fap? I found out about it because of, y'all know, like no fap November. You know what I'm saying? No fap November. Um, I looked up one day, this is like 2, 3 years ago. I looked up like, is there benefits to this? Like, is there benefits to not beating your meat for a month, like on some no fap November shit? And that's when I found out about like no fap. And then semen retention I learned about from I can't remember, but I learned about semen retention from YouTube as well. Then I started reading more about it, and I learned about how, a lot of athletes practice it, monks, and they practice like brahmachari and all that kind of stuff. So that's where I learned it from. You should invite my pops to the stream. I've been saying I'm gonna do that one day. Throw my pops on the stream one day. You know what I'm saying? What's my top 3 ways of self-improving? Proper planning. Damn, actually, top 3. That's a good question, low key. I would say this: proper planning, treating your body right, educating yourself. Proper planning, treating your body right, educating yourself. That's what I would say. And an honorable mention would be socializing. Socializing, getting out and talking to people, getting to know people. You know what I'm saying? So proper planning, treating your body right, educating yourself. Honorable mention will be socializing. Gotta make sure your circle got no squares. That's facts. Gotta make sure your circle has no squares. That's why I have very few friends. You know what I'm saying? I have very few friends. I have a lot of people I know, a lot of people that I'm cool with, a lot of people who I, got love for. a lot of people who I go out and kick it with every now and then. But in terms of friends, my friend group is very small. You know what I'm saying? Because I take the friend word very seriously. You know what I'm saying? Like plenty of guys I would consider my mans or like that's the homie. Oh yeah, that's bro. But when it comes to saying like, oh yeah, that's my friend, I take that very seriously. So, I keep few friends around. Not on purpose, but it's just that it's only a few people that I've come across who I would want to consider a friend. You know what I'm saying? What are your best study tips for college? Man, you came to the wrong person, bro. I'm in my junior year of college. I still don't know how to study, bro. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. Now, time management is just all about planning. You want to have your days planned out in advance. So every day you want to do the same thing every day each week. So every Monday you want to have the same schedule. Every Tuesday, same schedule. Wednesday, Thursday, same schedule. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to balancing classes and work and schoolwork and gym time, all of that, you want to have the same schedules. Um, when it comes to studying, bro, I don't even know how to study. I'm gonna just keep it 100 with you. And God blessed me with the ability to cram very well. Like say I have an exam. Like I've had a lot of exams this past 2 weeks. Is midterm season where I went to school, or where I go to school rather. On a day of an exam, I wake up at 5 in the morning. I'm an early bird. I wake up at 5 in the morning. I study for 2, 3, 4 hours, and I'm good with the exam. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? So that's not a good study habit, but that's how I do my stuff. Like, or if it's a class where I don't know nothing, up in like that week coming up to class, I'll just wake up early every day for about a week and study. And that's how I learn. It's not the best, but that's how I do. You know what I'm saying? I actually have to get that in order. I'm glad you mentioned it because I have to get my study habits in order. Favorite NFL player of all time is Marshawn Lynch. Marshawn Lynch. On the defensive end, my favorite football player would be Lawrence Taylor. Lawrence Taylor. Um, what's a personal weakness of mine? Personal weakness of mine is it's not that I'm thinking of one. I'm trying to just find out how to articulate what I'm thinking about. That's a good question. I'm trying to figure out how to say what I'm thinking right now. I think a big personal weakness of mine is I have a very hold on, let me nope, it's in the never mind. A big weakness of mine is I have a very it could always be worse attitude. You know what I'm saying? Because of the way I was raised and the way I grew up and like where I'm at now, like I go to college, I live in a beautiful city, I live in a beautiful apartment. I have an abundance of resources and that's how I'm living now. That's not how I grew up. I wasn't raised like that. I didn't grow up like that. So I have a very it could always be worse attitude. So sometimes I could miss important things or I could mess up on certain things. And my initial reaction is like, well, it could always be worse. You know what I'm saying? And that's good and bad because it's good when you have to deal with negative things. It's good to have the mindset of, where I'm at, there's people living worse than me. So I shouldn't think too negatively of where I'm at, but it's a curse because it can get in the way of you really trying to advance and fix certain things that you mess up on. You just like, you know what, it could always be worse. You know what I'm saying? So that's something that I've practiced growing out of is that it could always be worse attitude. It's like, okay, even though it could be worse, I don't want it to be worse. So it could be worse, but I still need to get better at what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do like 2 or 3 more questions and I'm gonna hop off of here. Sometime your girl hit you. You letting a girl hit you, bro? I mean, it ain't even about letting a girl hit you, but the fact that she thinks it's okay to hit you is kind of asinine. Like, that's kind of crazy. It ain't even about her. It's more about you. You know what I'm saying? If she think it's okay to hit you, that's a you problem. You know what I'm saying? That'd be a whole nother live stream. I ain't even gonna talk about that right now. I'm gonna put it in my notes though. I'll put it in my notes. I might talk about that one day. How do you become an early bird? I don't think you become one. I think it's just like in you, like how you raised, how your family operates. Like my mama and my pops, even though my parents divorced when I was 5, but my mama is an early bird and my pops is an early bird. Like my dad be waking up at like 3 in the morning. My mama wake up at 5 in the morning. I always just woke up early. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I just always woke up early. That's just how I am. You know what I'm saying? And I could go to bed late, but I can't focus late at night. Like when it come to doing schoolwork, I got to do my schoolwork in the morning, like between 5 and 10 a.m., 11 a.m. Once like noon hit, doing schoolwork, like my brain just don't work like that for real. Like that's just me. Um, you said, do I want to get married? I definitely want to have a family. You know what I'm saying? I don't know enough about marriage for real, to say whether I want to get married or not. But I definitely am gonna have a family. Definitely gonna have a family. But I'm gonna hop over here, y'all. So it's Saturday afternoon, man. Have y'all a good Saturday. You know, be safe, be peaceful. I hope you prosper on this Saturday. Have you some fun. Link up with your homeboys, link up with a chick, some chicks, you know what I'm saying? Go out. Just have some fun today, bro. Whatever you're doing. So I'm up off of here. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Peace.